Stationary balance is based upon a bodily axis with total balance. First of all, extend joints of body for stretch. Next, bend the body. In the last, 2 points, straight side crossing. Point of stretch is shoulder and waist. Point of bending is elbow and knee. Point of crossing is image the line from straight and side direction. Put on image of towel, which is like stretch and bend.
整体式の根本の意味は相対平行の実践にあります。
Form action of forward and back, relatively crossing with shingle hand, offense and defense. This point is shift weight of front, back and side balance by open and close action of chest. Form of circle from up to down is just put in together, linking action in the form of forward and back. It is way of three-dimensional training. Form of open and close. This point is to make direction on lower side. Try to lay siege to the opponent with making detour tool. Technique of single crossing. When you are training this, do not think about action is not oneself and feel the opponent action. Also make sure that training will step by step as go front and back, goes up, down, open and close of side. Then do together. After intercept, we have to feel the opponent and react for what they did and go into crossing more deep to near opponent. This is definition of crossing technique. After intercept, the opponent attacking, try go into forward. In case of go front and back action, thinking based on opponent offense and defense. We will call it additional striking technique. Point of striking rise and fall is image the cover from whole direction. Open and close as wrapping technique. When moved from front to side of opponent, do not think straight line motion. Step from front attack to flank attack is evolve of tactics. This is make it possible that linking of enter the striking to throwing technique. There are two ways to go and shift weight to front and back. One is kicking in intercept, the other is kicking in additional technique. Kicking is same action of walk. When you kick, make sure the shift weight. Waist to knee, heel, sole, and tiptoe.
歩行体とは歩行の重心移動に伴った側体の応用法のことです。ただの前蹴りは蹴ったら戻しかありませんが、体撃は蹴ってえぐって押し飛ばすなどの可能性を有します。これは収屈体と言います。
Opponent will seek the situation of the fight. If he analyzes my fighting form, it's not good for me. That's why I have to change step with good timing for attack while he steps in or out. Point of in-fight is how to keep on whole balance of body. Control own body balance will help more free attack and defense. It makes evolved combination to be consistent fighting. This is the from striking to throwing of single crossing technique. Shingle expansive form. This using double hand, try to hold a bowl in image. Point is expand wrist and elbow.
手足を相対させ立体な球体になるように保ちます。
Double expansive form. Make image ball with double hand.
両手で2つの針を持つ球体を作ります。
Pushing feel form. Point is relative balance of knee and elbow. Reversal technique. Use shingle hand against his double hand. Point is controlling axis of body and step. Now in practice, use double hand. When you push, use hand and do not use power too much. When you make a defensive move, just relax and feel the direction of the power.
相手の左手首と肘を押し、相手は右手首と肘で受け流し、そして両手で同様に押し返します。互いに両手による手首と肘の受け流しと押しを行います。相手は順転で自分は逆転です。
Technique of guide and feel the clockwise turn.
逆転から順転を行います。
Natural step in the fight. Do not make strain to move. Go front, back, and sideways, and control the body balance. Method of leg attack is how to hit and take off balance of opponent by kicking. This is the way of crossing of leg. Pivoting foot of bending and stretching with stepping sift will make a lot of power and it goes through deeply.
打撃の貫通力が強化されます。
Shaving and sweeping foot. Front foot for intercept and the other foot for pointing joint and sweeping one's opponent's legs from under him.
内側の面は関節蹴りや足払いとして使います。内側体
Direct to inside kick. This is very powerful if you can control hand and foot of relative action. When you try this action, do it like dribbling in soccer. Image it.
内側体の合理性はサッカーのドリブルに見られるような動きと物体の制御性が特徴です。
Using double crossing technique to control him and using leg attack for sweeping his legs from under him. And next step is just turning own body and to throw.
交差法を用いて交差連結し、操作法の体勢から体を回転させて投げます。足の交差は
Attack to joint of knee is most useful.
すね蹴りと足払いを例に説明します。操作法
From
から
double crossing to frequent attack by body. From double crossing to throwing from top to floor. From double crossing to shoulder throwing after step to side. Emphasize side and side and try to draw the symbol of infinity.
両手の交差を内回転させると体軸の8の字循環に基づく左右の球心打線が形成されます。前後法
Emphasize front and back and use waist to squeeze the axis of the body.
前後の回転を強調した練習法です。
Emphasize up and down and make circle, big and small, and make 3D spiral.
大小の回転を行い立体的な螺旋運動を体現します。
Form of centripetal spiral. Go forward and back and make clear to own position of line in fight.
肩、肘、手首の関節による大中小の円の球心打線を明確にします。ゆっくり回転させるようにしてください。
Go up and down. When goes down, image whirlpool. When goes up, image the climb pole.
手繰り寄せながら棒に登る動作に似ています。
Step the circle and put on central point from each other's body axis.
相互の回転を形作り、内側に旋回しようとする意志は手、足、体の相対的な球心打線を形成します。
Kicking technique of centripetal spiral. Point is twist from foot to knee, waist, shoulder, and top head.
球心する螺旋の運動体を発見することができます。
Round kick is one dimension of centrifugal kick. Centripetal kick is from centrifugal. After made crossing, it will change to centripetal. Also, end of centripetal change to the centrifugal. It will make more power, and this evolved to throwing
遠心
technique.
から球心の相乗は威力を増幅し、球心から遠心の転換は投げ技への展開を可能にします。
Circling hand with crossing technique is the opening of centripetal method, and crossing of leg is the foundation of centripetal method. Cross of hand and foot is making a good shift, weight based on body balance. It will make possible for to take off opponent's balance. Centripetal technique of forward and back with kicking is one of the most effective methods. When you try to throw, control both hands of opponent is important. For the control, 1-point crossing for front hand, 2-point crossing for both hand, 3-point crossing for axis of body. Point is recognition of crossing method. If opponent will try to grab you, go striking to central axis of him or strike from side. Point is control him by crossing method. Control both hands of opponent with 3-point crossing. Wind off him with centripetal method of crossing technique, then go holding throw. Control both hands of opponent with 3-point crossing, wind off him with centripetal method of crossing technique, then hold the joint of neck and throw. Now, compare the centripetal with centrifugal. Control both hands of opponent with crossing technique from outside. From outside of centrifugal force will change to from inside of centripetal force. Furthermore, change to centrifugal force again. Something come to end will change to be opposed things. Fold own arms, then rotate with crossing to outside. Take a look at the process of spiral with centrifugal action from outside. Method of side and side is based on relatively of shoulder and crotch, while shift weight left and right from body axis. That accelerate the sign of infinite motion. Revolve the arms to outside. Method of back and forth, act together relatively of the shoulder and crotch with relatively of the elbow and knee. Revolve the other side from side to back and forth. Method of rise and fall, linking the joints of shoulder, elbow, and the wrist. Embody the centrifugal act and three-dimensional spiral. In the time, add together side, back and forth, rise and fall. Method of centrifugal is revolve from inside to outside direction. Control away the attack inside of lower position. Also give the pressure to opponent from outside of upper position. Method of back and forth. Revolve to inside of spiral action with back and forth. Make clearly position of behind. Center and forward. That make more definite the centrifugal spiral act of small to big circle link by the joints of the shoulder, elbow, and the wrist. Shift weight is not too difficult, but control the body balance will need the trial and error by individual. Method of rise and fall. Direct to fall of centrifugal spiral act is image like goes side to fluttering. Direct to rise of centrifugal spiral act is like a side and crawl up. Method of side to side. Put on the central axis each other and go around. It will make running around from outside of turning. It format the centrifugal spiral on the whole with intention of arm, leg, and body. Addition of one-point crossing is the way of controlling by front hand. Balance of two-point crossing is the way of controlling by both hands. Spiral of three-point crossing is a shift weight by the step.
3点交差螺旋法は対連による歩法の対軸移動を行います。
We will see that spiral action of centrifugal by turning to outside of intention, from toe to knee, waist, shoulder, and the head of linking action. The throwing based on form of rise and fall. Strike by body based on form of side. The throwing with centrifugal force based on form of rise and fall. Using elbow is powerful, but process of using it is important based on use linking. The crossing technique with multiplication of evolve. Now try to use elbow put on top of each other. Wrapping around the elbow from inside outside. Turning body method with seek the behind. Point is reaction in the crossing technique. Point is intention of inviting in adaptability. Point is take the lead in induction. Method of round to inside technique is covered in wrap, also pulling, but the method of round to outside is hook and carry up is characteristic. Accelerate the sign of infinity motion with body axis goes up and down. Front and back, side and side is important thing about undulation motion. Moving and step is effective to change the fighting situation. Move from front to side and behind of opponent will make development of the high level of tactics with linking of crossing technique of the multiplication. Shows after using the crossing technique of right hand and right hand, also right hand and left hand in the intersect technique based on linking of crossing technique will make possibility of spiral with effectual change. The point is cooperate of body balance. Take the information from the opponent's act, then develop and adjust the own technique. Make the spiral by crossing, then be effect and amplify them. After all, evolve the kicking, striking, and be throwing. Construct spiral with open, close, forward, back, and rise, fall. Point is linking of holistic based on make center line. Control the hand and elbow. After that, feel the third point in center of arm. It will make possible for function and reaction, also centripetal and centrifugal force of application technique. Show the how-to training of method of centripetal and centrifugal. There are roll up the opponent's hand of revolution and just feel the one's arm in centripetal action. Twist the body with centrifugal of spiral and help amplify the reverse of centripetal action with striking. When striking by the elbow from outside, point is stepping with holistic action. Relatively of leg and hand by body balance with holistically movement will make it possible and amplify the speed and power of striking. Also, transfer of the target much more easier to do. When you move to front to side then behind of opponent, this is same as from pointing attack to controlling by intercept, then handling by intersect. This is the evolve of tactics. When striking by the elbow from inside, the application is doing in the moment. The point of crossing technique is response to the filling. Essence of intersect technique is technique system like multiplies evolution in talk. It is not superficial blind obedience by injunction to do over and over. Indefinite spiral formation of the intersect technique is not for stare, that for be doing. It is the way of embody for the technical formation by spiral form based on felling from intercept. Shifting holistic action is formation of exercises, which is complete action with hand, foot, and body. For the forward action is holistic of perpendicular slide step. The principle of step back is based on swing, like pendulum. The phenomenon of go around to inside is based on roll-like rotation and revolution. The basis of go around to outside is based on swing to side, side of cross, and convective change. The way of change step is based on body control in shifting by change step. Make clear that four big direction, which are front, back, inside, and outside. It will make basis of flexible central axis. When you are doing swing only, use the upper part of the body. It will make poor the progress of the tactics without stepping. Holistically, action which is based on stepping will help striking, kicking, throwing, also when using weapons. There is spiral, big and small circles we can make while goes around the pole, which is fix the central axis. When you step around, you don't have to go around same line. Try to make situation of distance and fight. The step around in circle is helping the conquer fight for smoothly. In the beginning, just walk, then verification to formation of spiral based on central axis. Give a steady motion when you into the somewhere to enter, and try to clear about the angle which you will go. The point is pendulum, action with relativity of the shoulder and the crotch based on walking. Relativity of three-joint step, which is hand, foot, elbow, knee, shoulder, crotch, are based on elastic action. The point is relativity of elbow and knee. Open the hand to side, side in exercise of balance. You doing better to do on straight line with walk. Side balances point is based on relativity of hand and foot in balance exercise. If there are names in every action, it will make forms as fixation of view. Now thinking about ride the bicycle, you have to trial and error, then get the information of body. Walking erect, three-joint, make elastic action and side balance. Also action of goes up. When you walk, the upper part of body goes up, lower part of body goes down. The point of exercise with lifting is based on relativity of top and low. When doing open hand, think about balance bar. When you go up from under, think about weightlifting. The weight is not matter, just keep the balance and make smooth while stepping. Waking erect, 3-joint make elastic action and side balance after action of goes up. Next is dangle to something as chinning exercise. By the dangle, upper part of body is up and lower part of body is feel more light. The point of dangle is based on chinning exercise as gravity. Number 1. Walking erect is action of pendulum in relativity of the shoulder and the crotch. Number 2, 3-joint running is elastic action in relativity of elbow and knee. Number 3, side balances point is relativity of hand and foot in balance exercise. Number 4, lifting is based on relativity of top and low. Number 5, dangle is based on chinning exercises as gravity. Number 6, relativity balance is running of relativity cross.
ぶら下がる動作は懸垂運動です。相対平行は直横が相対した相転運動です。
This is not just walking with revolution, twist the body with rotation based on relativity of hand and foot, make it possible to spiral action with running in rotation and revolution.
後転と自転の相転螺旋の実現を可能にします。
Conversion with centripetal and centrifugal, doing the conversion with relativity of shoulder and crotch, also crossing with relativity of elbow and knee. Furthermore, linking the 3-joint and makes transmit the spiral.
そして手足の3節の連関による螺旋の伝達を行います。
It is like both hands from side to side, direct from inside and outside, are using the both foots will match more smooth action of changing direction of body. It will make the way of conversion with relativity of hands and foot by hands and foot combination of linking. Method of 3-dimensional spiral from conversion is going up and down, move to side and side, also goes forward and back, while change the direction with the relativity balance in walking. Method of conversion will make possible of change offense and defense by linking with intersect technique. Beginning of technique is straight and side line of intercept. The linking with intersect will make possibility of conversion with many techniques. Straight and side crossing is logic about how it goes around the opponent of the other side. This is show the offense and defensive direction from inside and outside based on attacking in straight line with linking the intersect technique. The point is offense and defensive cooperation based on relatives balance of all body. Concept of conversion is inclusion and absorb while spiral with evolve. Also the point is system of offense and defense in constructive idea. Striking with conversion is making possible that total offense and defense with holistically moving with step goes around. Compare the striking with step and non-step. Striking by the aggregate attack with step is more safer than striking by just using the upper body of linking attack. Striking and stepping in holistic movement is based on step with body balance. Shift weighting based on body balance is making possible that kicking to using leg method. Technique also makes frequent offense and defense of constructively fighting.
身体の平行にのっとった重心移動は蹴りから体撃への転換を可能にし、 後方自在の建設的な組み手をもたらします。
Forward and back with direct spiral method. Squeeze three-dimensional spiral into central line. It will make direct spiral as go forward and back like rifle line. Constitutive technique is from centripetal spiral with direct inside. We'll change the centrifugal spiral which direct is outside. The force goes to forward with spiral action like screw. Those action by conversion of crossing. After step on land, twist the leg and turn to the back and make twisting round with spiral action. Conversion with three-dimensional spiral is ending of forward and back with direct spiral method. Application of direct spiral in martial arts started from touch and crossing to opponent with technique of controlling. Striking with holistic movement is making possible that attack the behind and side of opponent, also attack holistically and make safety area. Crossing is necessity phenomenon in fight of cross range. Striking by palm and elbow, also throwing, everything possible from this distance. Striking from lower, using elbow and foot to break the balance of opponent and kicking him. Furthermore, from leg strike to cut off the foot also possible that takes behind of opponent. The other way we can change the fighting situation by conversion. This shows the application of direct spiral with upper and lower position. Method of rise and fall with spiral like tornado. Construction of technique is emphasis the rise and fall in forward and back with direct spiral method. Spiral action with rise and fall is making clear that different of centripetal and centrifugal from body axis. Also feel clear that twisting action is started from body axis by twist the spinal. Three-dimensional striking by spiral of tornado. It is made possible that striking from behind and surround the opponent. Control his hand with intercept on first point. Cut off his balance with intercept on second point. Then striking the behind of neck with intersect on third point. Conquer the front, side, behind in fight. This is similar as grab something with hand. This is strategy of an absorption cover.
吸収包括した戦略的な攻防を可能にします。
Application of centripetal and centrifugal holistic attack makes possible that throwing with striking in the same or in short time. Principle of that striking can prove by universality in serve of table tennis. Can be used at power of a round from physical effect of centripetal and centrifugal. Around power with resolve and centripetal and centrifugal, they are makes acceleration of a round.
重力に合わせ軌道修正しながら近づいていく探査線をイメージしてみてください。惑星が相手、探査線は自分です。これは重力カタパルト現象と呼んでいます。次は
In the last, show the application of technique with action of goes up and down.